Alrighty, so welcome back. This is going to be a pick a card. This is going to be about what career changes are on its way to you in 2020. Okay, so I'm super excited. We're going into the year 2020. It's going to be the year of mental clarity. That's what I deemed it as. Okay, because I know that synchronicity at 2020 synchronicity is strong. When I think of 2020, I think of 2020 vision. So that's clarity for me. So for a lot of us, it's going to be a lot of clarity, and this could even be in regards to our career. So that's why I wanted to really do this reading. I wanted to see like what changes are going to be happening for us, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, and we're going to get into some things. All right. Now we have three piles. This is going to be pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. You're going to pick which pile is resonating with you most, which one is drawing you in, and it's just like, look, I really want to pick that pile. All right, you pick that pile, and that's going to be your message for 2020. Now, it may or may not resonate with you. I do recommend personal readings with me, personal sessions. That information will be listed below. But we're going to go ahead and get straight into it, okay? Remember, there's pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, and we'll go ahead and get into the first one. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get into the first pile. The first pile, this is going to be your career changes, okay? So what we have the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Cups, okay? So everybody who chose pile number one in 2020, I am seeing that in the beginning, it may be a little bit of a struggle for you to get adjusted to the new year, because for some of you, you may have energetically been like just at your wit's end with a position, or even just issues within your like work sector. And because of that, it's putting you in a space of just feeling like, okay, well, I'm going to try to push hard at the beginning of the year. I'm going to try to be determined. I'm going to try to overcome any sort of obstacles that come my way energetically. And you may come to a point, I feel like this is like mid 2020, where you are energetically just going to be feeling like really just burnt the hell out. This is burnt out because of the fact that you may just be putting up with a lot. And when I say putting up with a lot, this may be just working so much energetically or exerting so much into a position where you feel like it's not giving you what you deserve. Okay? And with the Ten of Swords as well, this is like you needing to end a job, or you even ending a job that's been depleting you and your energy, or you just been putting up with just too much. For a lot of you as well, you will go through a rebirth in your career sector. There's going to be a lot of things that you are going to put to rest, things that haven't been working anymore. And for some of you, you may be going through, like, you may go through a period of being like, okay, well, what am I going to do now? I mean, I had such a good thing going prior, or I had something good that could have worked out for me, but it didn't completely pan out the way I wanted it to. And for a lot of you, you want to make sure you avoid running into that issue of, thinking about what could have been, when there's still opportunities out there that you could use to manifest what you're looking for. But the more you sit back and you're like, this didn't work out, I'm upset, it's gonna keep you from really stepping into your destiny. Now with the High Priestess, I'm getting a sense as well that there's going to be a moment where you're really just going to have to use your intuition with the positions that you put yourself in. Because moving forward, what's not going to work anymore, especially since your spirit guides are seeing this, they don't want you to keep accepting opportunities that you know you're not happy with, but you're taking it up because you need to pay bills, type of thing. They're like, no, you need to use your intuition. You need to be smart about your movements. Stop settling for what you don't deserve and go out there and make things happen for yourself. So in 2020, there's going to be a need for you to surrender things that aren't working and work towards something that's going to be more of a benefit for you, okay? So that's going to be it for pile number one. we're going to go ahead and get into pile number 2. Again, if you do want a personal reading, that information will be listed below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, let's go ahead and do pile number 2. Alrighty, so pile number 2, what we have for your career, I do have the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Fool card, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands, okay? So everybody who chose pile number 2, going into 2020, you may have a little bit of disappointment that certain things haven't worked out the way that you planned them to. This is like career moves that you were wanting to make, and you've expected more to come out of it, right? And for some of you, you may be a little disappointed because it's like, well, damn, I'm putting all this work into it. I'm staying determined. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting anywhere. Or you're getting somewhere, but it's like it's making you feel as if like you're just rushing ahead and not really getting your just due in situations here. But through that disappointment, it's actually going to push you to go even further. I don't really feel like people who chose pile number 2, you're going to really take no for an answer. And that's actually the attitude the universe wants you to have, because they're going to hook you up. It's just, it's going to take some time for them to actually make things fall in line for you. And if you're just going to give up on yourself because you're disappointed that you didn't, get exactly to where you wanted to be, that's dumb. That's what they're saying. So they want you to keep pushing yourself. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm sorry for the noise in the back. They want you to keep pushing. They want you to keep staying focused. They want you to keep being determined. But also make sure that you're not rushing ahead so much that you're not paying attention to the details, the important details, because that may be also slowing you down as well. The fact that you're rushing ahead, yeah, but you're not looking at all the details. So make sure that you're looking over everything that you're doing currently. I also feel like as well with the Ace of Wands, there may be also another creative thing that you may pick up on. This creative thing is also going to open up a new career path for you as well. There's going to be something that's going to really work for you, okay? For some of you, like the real career you're supposed to be in, you're actually going to find it next year. So some of you, if you thought, oh, wow, I really wanted to do this and all this other stuff, but then you find something else in turn that's actually going to bring you that success. Yeah. 4 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. There's going to be something new that's going to really put you in alignment with what makes you happy. It's really going to put you in a winning position, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities that are going to come your way. So for everybody who chose pile number 2, you're definitely going to be prosperous next year financially. It just may not be on the level that you thought you were going to get at super fast. And also for some of you, if you want to avoid a lot of trouble, make sure, again, like I said, that you're overlooking how you're handling your finances, being strategic as well in your movements. Instead of staying upset about things that haven't worked out completely, figure out how you can strategize and make things work. Okay, use your intuition. Don't be caught up in, the hoopla of your emotions. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and do pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me, pile number 2. If you did resonate with it, please leave a like. If you do want a personal reading, that information will be below, and I will see each and every one of you in the next one. Alrighty, and then pile number 3. So this is going to be what's going on for your career. So pile number 3, the cards we have the 2 of Cups, the Temperance, the Tower, King of Cups, the Devil, 10 of Pentacles, and I accidentally pulled another one. I got the 2 of Pentacles there. So everybody who chose pile number 3, Financially, or not financially, in your career for 2020, a lot of you may be trying to enter partnerships, as far as like business partnerships. There also may be a need for you to get internal balance if it's not a partnership where you're, opening a business with like your husband or your wife if you're a male, or something to the effect of like just having a family member as a business partner, or it really doesn't matter who the business partner is. I'm just seeing that if you're working with multiple other people, you really want to make sure that the relationships, excuse me, that you're building with them are actually balanced, and that you guys are not having also unstable individuals around you that you're working with, because that can throw your business off, that can throw you for a loop. Also, like I said, you guys need to get some internal balance, because some of you may be just like building to the point where you're not realizing what you're working on may not be on the most stable ground. So say for instance you're somebody who's like a business owner, and you want to say you're like a photographer or something like that, and you're offering packages and stuff like that. You have your website set up, everything is in place, but then when it's time to take the pictures, you don't have a camera. It's like you want to make sure that the foundation that you're building your career on is actually stable, and that you're not just winging it with a lot of things. That's for somebody out there. For others of you, this is more of internal balance, because if you, like for some of you, you may have some personal things that may come up in the month, or not even the month, the year of 2020, and that may throw you off. And what needs to happen is you really need to work on your emotional well-being and your mindset, because that may mess up your money. That's what could mess up your money. Your personal affairs could mess up your money situation, because for some of you this could even be drug addictions as well, or just unstable relationships where it's like you have to support your spouse, and it's eating up at your money, or things of that sort. So it's not even really about career stuff per se. It's just if your personal life is not together, then your career life is not going to be together, because you're going to kind of take it out, or it's going to be very much on your head, and it's going to make it hard for you to really maneuver, especially if you are having to take care of financial responsibilities for like a family member or something like that. So that's what I'm seeing. I hope that I was able to give you some sort of guidance or clarity. Again, if you did resonate with this, please like this video for me. It definitely does help. And if you do want a personal reading, that information will be below. And I will see each and every one of you in the next one.